What up, everybody? What the fuck up, everybody? I am live! What the fuck up, everybody? I am live! What the fuck up, everybody? I am live! What the fuck up, everybody? Ooh, the coppers is at their mass. I'm just kidding. Let's move the bitch over here. Okay, let's move the alert box over here. Puppers with me. Bear with me, guys. I'm trying to figure this shit out. Holy fuck, I'm ugly. Holy fuck, I'm ugly. I'll rotate the bitch. That's better. Anyway, there's some new changes that's gonna go on with Frizzly Team. I privated the videos on this channel because of Coppa. So his real name is Marlowe. Andrew Marlowe.
So does this scene look familiar to you? How about this? Have you ever been at a show where this happened? Oh man, if you're an artist, a craftsman,
up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Make sure you guys check me out on Instagram at Marlowe Artist to see more of my work. Now, first things first, this is going to be a portrait of Nikki Tutorials. We're going to be talking a little bit about, the coming out of Nikki Tutorials, the history of Nikki Tutorials a little bit. Not the history, but just some of the other interesting things about her, I guess you could say. And second things first, or second things second, this is not a real finished painting. It's just kind of a rough oil sketch for the sake of making a video. If you guys want to see more finished, refined paintings, just visit the Instagram or the Facebook art page at Andrew Marlowe Cremedas Art. So as most YouTubers know, Nikki Tutorials did come out, and she had me fooled, over the last however many years, and obviously she wasn't trying to fool people, and she wasn't attempting to come out with her, her transition, I guess you could say, anytime soon. As far as we know, she wanted to save it for some other future time, or perhaps never. I don't think she would have ever really came out if this whole situation didn't come up when apparently she was doxxed or something, or bullied into, coming out by some former, I don't know if it was I don't know who the person was. I don't want to speak on the drama because that's not what this video is about. But this video is actually about
This one is pretty much the brother of Charles Marlowe Cremedas. I just found this guy's channel at random.
Art, and also about just a little bit about, transgendered issues, I guess you could say, gender dysmorphia issues, and I do actually have a history of that my own self that I wanted to reflect on a little bit, about the positive and the negative aspects of, what it means to be transgender, what it means to transition, so on and so forth. Switching to a bigger brush here. This is oil on canvas, a real small canvas, just sort of roughly sketching in the foundations of the face, and just not being real. This was maybe about an hour. Work on small canvases, sometimes just, you need less ground to cover, less to worry about. Just work starting from dark to light and just having fun.
Skipping ahead.
I encourage you to split half of your time, do rough, quick, paintings like this. The other half of the time, you need to be building up paintings, working on your paintings for weeks and months, and you need to have a healthy balance of that. You don't want to get stuck too long on a painting, but at the same time, you don't want all your paintings to be rushed. So it's all about finding that balance. So that's just a little bit of the artistic aspect, as we'll get back into the painting process here in a few minutes. But let's talk about Nikki Tutorials here, who this painting is, I guess dedicated to. So I had no clue in the entire universe that Nikki Tutorials was trans. There was something a little bit different about her, a little bit off maybe. And also the reason why she had everybody, I was going to say she had people fooled, but that's not really fair, because she wasn't, it's not that like she was lying, but at the same time, she didn't reveal her transition. I'm sure there were people that knew about it or something, but it was a private matter, and I really, really respect the fact that Nikki Tutorials was not one of those trans people that sort of bragged about it all. I mean, she never talked about it as far as I know. I could be wrong, maybe it's on a Reddit forum somewhere or something, but she never talked about it. As far as we knew, she was just Nikki, the makeup artist, and it's not, it was weird because everybody knew her as Nikki, which is a girl's name, but it wasn't really like everybody thought of her as like a woman either. I guess we did. I thought of her as a woman, but she was kind of just like Nikki Tutorials, and that's what she stood behind. In her recent video, she says, "I'm just Nikki, and that's who I want to be. I'm not worried about being this or that. I don't like labels." And I really respect that versus somebody like, Gigi Gorgeous. I'm not saying anything bad about Gigi Gorgeous either, but she really, really embraces the fact that she's trans, and she's a gay man, or she was a gay man, whatever she is now. And nothing, not that there's anything wrong with any of that, but I definitely think that there's a certain level of respect that I give Nikki Tutorials for just being Nikki and never really putting any labels on herself. That was really brilliant and really genuine. And, that's why nobody really knew, and that's why nobody questioned her, is because she didn't really go around bragging about it. She never came. And I think and also another reason, perhaps a potential reason for the reason, a potential reason for the reason, a potential result of the reason, or a potential reason for the result of why Nikki Tutorials never bragged about it, is because, from my understanding, Nikki Tutorials, I hope you guys can't hear that dog in the background. Let me close my window real quick.
Alright, skipping ahead. Yeah, I'm really poor on this piece of shit. Dude looks like Jacksepticeye who get my drift.
This for me, but it ended up being a good process, and that's it. Kind of ended up being, so we're just kind of working in the lips here, just tightening up some areas. But so I come from a place of understanding what frustration of not feeling like you're the person that you want to be, having confusion about genders. And obviously it wasn't an issue of sexuality, because I was always attracted to women the whole time. So it wasn't an issue of being gay or anything like that by any means. But it's just like I was really, really attracted to women, but at the same time I wanted to be one too. And part of that is still in me, that I deal with sometimes, but I don't consider myself trans or anything like that. But God forbid I didn't make any rash decisions back then, or wasn't, taken too far down any rabbit hole by any, doctor or therapist or anything, because I don't think, I think for me it just happened to be a phase. Obviously for somebody like Nikki Tutorials, it's obviously wasn't a phase. It was a serious problem. Maybe not a problem, but it was maybe a serious thing that she had to deal with at a young age. And let's say, for example, Nikki's mother had waited and stopped it and said, "Hey, you're too young to be making this decision. Let's wait till you're maybe 15, 16, or 18." What would have happened then? Would she have still transitioned? Would she have still wanted to be a woman, or would she have just ended up being a gay male? Who knows what exactly would have happened, but I do not believe it's healthy or even rational to let a child decide what gender they're going to be. Obviously there could be some exceptions where the kid, for years and years, maybe from the time he's 2, or from the time he can talk and think to the time of maybe 10 or 11, 12, maybe, if this kid has been consistent for 5 or 10 years, that he's insistent on transitioning or something, maybe. But even then, it's really, really dangerous territory, because a kid's mind is just not really developed enough to make those kind of decisions, and
What he's talking about is mainly Nikki Tutorials coming out her that she is trans. I do not follow these people, but except Jeffree Star and Peter Mon and many others. I do not follow Nikki Tutorials, any type of tier, or I have no idea all this is even true or not. Just pull this video out random. Alright. Skipping ahead.
That's why kids have so. That's why I had gender problems, is because we grow up in a world of makeup and we grow up in a world of Disney princesses and masculine and feminine and this, that, and the third. And those things have their place. Those things are beautiful and interesting and cool and in and of themselves. But they mess kids up, and I think Nikki Tutorials was probably a victim of, seeing her mother doing makeup all the time and all this kind of superficial stuff that people think is feminine.
And to cover up rashes.
That's not really what being a woman has anything to do. Being a woman is more about, having kids and being motherly and those things that only women can really experience and only that women can really be good at. A trans woman, I don't care who you are, what you're trying to tell me. I'll give it to you that, yeah, you're a woman in spirit, but you're not ever really going to be a woman in body,
physically,
in my opinion, or maybe even mind. But that's a very controversial topic. But I mean, it's like, if you can't...
It is a controversial topic because transitioning over or being, transgender, yeah, you have to take some of the medications to, keep the transition at bay, but it starts wearing over your health and your mental health over time. Like I said, I found this video at random. This is Charles Marlowe's brother.
Of kids, if you don't have a uterus, if you don't have that ability to be a mother and procreate, you're not really a woman in that aspect. There may be other ways that you can potentially be a woman, because there's other things that are womanly other than just having kids and blah blah blah. But you can see how it opens up a whole can of worms. It's just not an easy topic to really cipher through. But I think I did a pretty interesting job on this painting. I like the colors. I like the proportions. Everything is kind of, and I put the blue background just to kind of calm the whole painting down. And that's pretty much the end of this narration, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video.
I'm subscribing to this guy? No, I'm not.
No two minds think alike. Thankfully, there's Grammarly.
I use Grammarly. Drawing. I'll use dick pics.
What's up, everybody? Hope everybody's doing well. Andrew Marlowe, artist here. So today in this video, I wanted to briefly discuss why I decided to change my channel direction. Now, I never actually made any official announcements about changing the channel direction, so I perhaps kind of just left field. A lot of people been doing this thing. Not quite 5 years, 4.5, 4 years. It's somewhere in that ballpark, and it's taken me 4 years to really realize that, I always watched all these other art channels. I'm like, why am I not doing that? Why can't I do that? Why can't, how come these people are making drawing videos and I'm not making drawings? But now I can use that because I've allowed myself tangible talent that I love to talk about so much on this channel. And to extend that into the YouTube community, I'm so thankful that you guys have enjoyed that. So there's a couple different components. There's the issue of censorship on YouTube. A lot of my, at least half or at least 35-40% of my reasoning behind changing the channel direction was just because maybe for selfish reasons, for a financial standpoint, I wanted to make my content more accessible, more ad-friendly, more family-friendly. Like if my Uncle Pete, finds my channel, is he going to be happy about it, or is he going to be totally shocked and, go tell my relatives how weird I am, that sort of thing. So there's definitely the reputation, there's the online reputation, there's my family reputation, and I want to be represented.
Andrew, I know you have a family, your uncle. Who fucking cares? Who cares, man?
Of somebody that's good, that has a good business model, a professional business model, to sort of
Skipping ahead.
Videos. But those videos are very time consuming to make. It's much easier, much more spontaneous for me just to get out here and maybe hold up a couple new paintings and sort of talk about that. But if you guys do have some interesting ideas related to art, related topics, and maybe like favorite artists that I like, or, how did I start learning to draw or paint when I was a kid, or something interesting like that. So I'm going in a bunch of different directions, but there's many different facets to why I decided to change my channel direction. The first two that I just mentioned,
I am back, everybody. Yeah, don't tell me whether or not he looks like Jacksepticeye. He could be Jacksepticeye's, lost twin, if you get my drift. Charles Marlowe Cremedas and Andrew Marlowe Cremedas, they're a pretty good looking family. I'm not gonna lie. And both of them have pretty interesting topics, if you get my drift. Make some changes on here. Back from Coppa, the Coppers. Back from Coppa. From Coppa, I know. Andrew. Cremedas. Charles. Okay. God, oh my lord. The thumbnails are trash, bro. The thumbnails are trash, bro. Soyan Stones. Back to the fucking video.
Decided to change my channel direction. Now, I know perhaps kind of just left field. A lot of people are definitely wondering, what happened to your old videos? Why did you take all your old videos down? Why is your channel gone? Blah, blah, blah. No, the channel's not gone. It's still here. I just deleted/privated all of my old videos because I'm basically rebranding myself here on YouTube and have been for the past 2 months ever since I started making exclusive art videos. Now, in all fairness, I think I did actually make a community announcement, a post a couple months ago saying that I was going to be changing directions. I made an announcement on. Apart from all that, I just think it's when I die someday in 50 to 60, maybe 100 years, who knows, what do I want to be remembered for? Do I want to be remembered for, critiquing people? Do I want to be remembered for gossiping about people? Do I want to be remembered by spreading conspiracies? Or do I want to be remembered by creating something that was not only meaningful to me, but also meaningful to my clients, also meaningful to the community around me, to people that came upon my art? Did I impact somebody in a positive or negative way? And I definitely think throughout the years here on YouTube, I've sort of accidentally, not intentionally, but I've definitely negatively impacted the community, or perhaps people that came upon my videos that misunderstood what I was saying. They didn't understand my humor, and it's a big burden to carry to try to be this controversial, comedic sort of drama channel. And I guess that's kind of the sort of the rabbit hole that I was going down the past few months, where we were making videos about this person and that person. I never really did it in a mean way, but I definitely got distracted, and all of that energy that I was putting into that was just energy that was being sucked away from my art career, was being sucked away from, talking about my art, which I could have been doing all along, or it was just taking time away from drawing, taking time away from painting. So it's just one less thing that I have to worry about now. I don't have to worry about keeping up with all this garbage content I don't really care about. I don't have to worry about who's wearing what. I don't have to worry about what Trisha Paytas said last week. I'm not subjects. Yes, I'm still interested in drama. I think we'd all be lying to ourselves if we said we weren't, because we're all interested in that stuff, but I don't want to make it my full-time thing. And let's revert a little bit back to what I was saying in the beginning of the video about how I used to talk about personal stuff. I used to talk about women. I used to talk about my relationships. I used to talk about my kinks. I used to talk about my, fetishes or whatever the case was. Or why should anyone? Some things that should be kept secret. You know what I mean? And I don't really regret those because a lot of those videos helped people, but at the same time I felt like I was emotionally raping my soul by putting out these personal videos and year after year after year, and maybe they helped people, maybe a lot of you guys enjoyed them, but I think
I know I should have skipped ahead, but skipping ahead.
art, reflecting, critiquing, and sort of theorizing on my own personal art, and I sort of like that. More spontaneous for me just to get on here and maybe hold up a couple new paintings and sort of talk about that. But if you guys do have some interesting ideas related to art, related topics, and maybe like favorite artists that I like, or how did I start learning to draw or paint when I was a kid or something. But there's many different facets to why I decided to change my channel direction. The first two that I just mentioned, the sort of the lack of being advertiser friendly, the lack of income, wanting to have a better presentation for my business model, and the fourth component is just not wanting to derive my personal life and sort of regurgitate it and sort of exploit it and throw it out there for everybody as entertainment. That's something that I've grown out of. I don't think that's a very good way to live your life. It's, like crying on your kitchen floor and crying in your car, wherever the heck else people are doing here on YouTube these days. And I'm guilty of it. I made a nervous breakdown video about 2.5 years ago. You guys will probably remember that, back when I was living in Syracuse. So let's, sort of wrap this video up. I'm so happy that you guys are still sticking around for the art content. But if you don't like the art content, there's nothing I can do about that. That's really too bad. Life isn't fair. So you guys are just going to have to sort of agree to disagree, and I think if you guys stick around long enough, you will enjoy the art videos, as most of you guys seem to be enjoying the art
Spooky,
videos.
scary
So thank you so much for watching this
skeletons
video,
running
guys.
down your
See you guys in the
spine.
next video.
Spooky, scary skeletons running down your spine. Dun, 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 dun. Now, this is Andrew's older brother, I believe, or younger. And
So, let's get into this. Where do I want to start? I'm facing ACT. Alright? I want to say something here, though. I've got a clip of Aaron Carter deleting his post. Okay, the post that got him in a lot of trouble with this artist named Jonas. He basically took it down, and I have the clip of him erasing it, right, or deleting it from his Twitter. If you guys remember, we talked about it. The mainstream media was talking about this. Jonas's tweets, the artist, got something like 66 likes, 45K, 66,000 likes and 45K. Carter bowed down to the outrage mob and deleted the posts. He couldn't take the heat. He was getting a lot of hate in his chat, both on YouTube and Instagram.
I'm making noise because of the copyright thingy.
We're trying to basically say that he was going to be sued for tricking.
Alright. For your reactions, you should be skipping ahead for videos. I got the one up privating the stream. Air this shit out.
She's doing online, you just can't justify. I don't care, even if she is really in an abusive relationship, which I don't even know if I believe that story. But even if that's true, Does it give you a right to dox people? Does it give you a right to steal people's content and then call out the same person you're stealing from, saying they're stealing content? No, it doesn't. But a lot of people seem to believe everything that T. Spill says about her personal life or whatever. And maybe she is in a situation where she needs to get away. And I hope, if that's true, I hope she does, right? But, again, I want to go back to this, it's these people that never show their face when they're live. They're always pointing at, like, a lot of people will say, oh, well, you're so judgmental of people, right? I don't judge anybody. Only God can judge you. I have my opinions, and I'll put them out there. I have my opinions and my arguments, and I'll use logic and reasoning to explain what I'm trying to say to people. But I'm not here to, judge anybody. I'm not a judge. I'm not a juror. I'm not an executioner. But what T.S. Spill is doing, that's sort of the position she takes by doing what she's doing. And also, I mean, if you do observe her sort of like living situation, she's calling out Aaron Carter for the dog shit on the floor and abusing his dog and stuff. Well, now people are saying she abused her dog. There's also clips of like her room, and there's like cigarette butts everywhere, and she doesn't have any fucking toilet paper. And granted, maybe she's stuck in a bad situation or whatever, but obviously there's something going on there. My point is, when Aaron Carter says in this clip about, the mentally ill people, he's talking about those types, these BSB gang stalkers, these, gray-haired, obese.
I love conspiracy theories. Deep down, I really do. It's a possibility. But sometimes Charles teensy-weensy takes it a little too far. I'm not saying he's bad or anything like that. I'm subscribed to Charles Marlowe. But from his videos, sometimes he takes it a little bit, too far. Like with the Gamble case with Aaron Carter. Yes, I know there was a debacle going on there last year, but I need to pull out more sources and shit if it's possibly going to be a news channel on here.
These miserable wit. Look at this. Meet Aaron Carter's new girlfriend, Melanie Martin. Alright? Aaron Carter leaves new girlfriend drooling, right? Aaron Carter faces backlash after calling new girlfriend his wife or something, I think.
Yeah, I do
or his
agree
girlfriend.
with God,
I don't know. But,
I do agree.
The fact that the mainstream media is writing about Melanie, right? They didn't really write about Dog the Bounty Hunter. They didn't really write about ABBA. They didn't write about Steph, but they're writing about Melanie.
What he meant, Dog the Bounty Hunter, not the TV show guy who does the TV show, but rather an ex-fling of Aaron Carter named Jenna. I know she have her Instagram back up at this point, but I have her and Jenna's photo on archives.
Really wanting to convince you guys that Melanie is his girlfriend. And when the media writes about these celebrity couples and stuff, you really have to wonder, is this real? Is this part of the deception? Is this part of their game? A lot of the times, like we know with Owen Benjamin and his ex-girlfriend Christina Ricci, right? There were photos of them walking to Starbucks on Wilshire Boulevard and shit. And it's like, both of them are inverted. It's all backwards. It's upside down world. That couple was inversion. But the media was really, they posted a lot of pictures about them. I mean, this was a few years ago, granted. But, is the Aaron Carter-Melanie relationship thing, is this something that the mainstream media uses as a psychological operation to convince you that this is what real women look like, or this is how, this is a real celebrity couple, and it's weird. To me, it's weird that the media really took the bait and hook, line, and sinker, just went all in writing about this, and they don't talk about anything that I brought up in my videos. They wouldn't.
Even here.
Right? What do you think that means? It means he knows one of these days, if he keeps watching my fucking videos, he's gonna watch something and he may not like it, but it's gonna be the fucking truth. Because he knows I'm a truther. I'm probably the only truther channel that Aaron Carter watches. Okay, so that's pretty much the exchange there, but I wanted to show you guys that. So Melanie's now claiming that I'm defaming her fucking character. Absolute bullshit. I think she's just, I understand she probably doesn't like all this stuff coming to the surface or whatever, and I get it. But again, you're the one that's, publicly putting yourself out there, and you're also kind of lying about what you do, who you are, where you're from, and all of that. Everybody, good fucking afternoon. I want to make a video today. It's kind of more of a special request video. One of the supporters in the streams, shout out to Khalid, wants more fitness content, more content about fitness, nutrition. Really been showing a lot
Damn thing, but
I used to be vegan on YouTube, and I did make some gym videos. So what I was doing was kind of more in the realm of the Del Rey Misfits, where I'd basically go to the gym with my brother when I was living in Syracuse, and we would just kind of crack up and troll each other at the gym. It was a lot of fun. Some of those videos might still be around, but I want to do a video today basically about how I became so aesthetic, right? Because a lot of people, they have a lot of questions. I get accused of using steroids all the time, which I'm currently not using anything.
it's just for my throws and some collapse.
We're actually running up to the vape shop. I need some coils. I'll be going to these
I'll hook him up with some vapes from my brother. He sells e-cigarettes.
every 2 weeks.
e-cigars or e-cigarettes or vaping machines.
Depending on how much I vape. But I've been trying to
It's for cheap. He can hook you up.
It's just overall better. My workout quality is a lot better. But a lot of people want to know, how did you become so fucking aesthetic? You have the aesthetics of the Greek gods themselves. It's true, guys.
The Greek god.
All that's left of the Greek gods. All that's left. I'm the only one left. It's just in my genetics. I can't help it. But, obviously I've got decent genetics. My genetics aren't shit. But I wasn't always fit, I do consider myself like this. I'm in the best shape of my life. I'm about to be 32 in February here, and I've never looked better. I've never felt better. I've never performed better. Like, I'm just in the fucking zone right now. So I wasn't always super.
None of my
super
bones,
aesthetic.
bro. Just my
But
hit
I've
my
got a
damn
little story for
head.
you guys. So, of course, when I was growing up, like
Drinking
my parents,
milk.
God
Drinking
bless them
milk.
both, they blessed
It
me
helps.
and my little brother with everything from karate lessons to dance lessons. I think we did archery one summer, but we were no good at it. But we were very physically active. Our parents really pushed us to be physically active. I mean, I remember, like, on Saturdays, right? We had to go to dance class on Saturday. Dancing, it is, especially like ballet and stuff like that, which I had to do back then. I mean, I'm grateful for it now, but back then, like, I didn't want any of my friends to know. I didn't want anybody at school to know we were taking dancing lessons.
As far as the eye
Things like
can
dance
see.
or karate, if you've grown up with that, if you were blessed with those kind of things as a kid, obviously it's a really good foundation. The earlier you start in your life, and it could be any sort of fitness. Some people play sports. We did baseball too, which isn't the most intense sport, but as a kid, I was really, really blessed with that kind of stuff. But, when I became a teenager, I started using drugs and stuff, and, my diet was just kind of
Escape to the world of anime with the Funimation app. Get both subs and dubs.
And I'm skipping the ad.
shit. I've never been obese, but, like, I was kind of chunky. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was definitely not aesthetic when I was in high school. I wasn't that aesthetic when I was, in my college, my community college years. But I wasn't obese. I remember, though, I went to rehab when I was about 17 years old, okay? It was a rehab, what was it called? I can't remember what it's called right now. Rose Hill, I think. Rose Hill in upstate New York, like near the border of Canada.
Skipping it. I apologize if anybody's on the chat. I cannot see any chats on here unless it's Twitch, which I'm on
I ended
YouTube.
up landing myself in jail. Well, I've been to jail a lot.
Not sure why.
A whole lot. I've spent but I did a year, a little county bid, right? That's the longest sentence I ever got. But I was in jail for a year, like 10 months, okay? And, when I was getting sentenced, I was in, like, the city jail and everything. And that, I was worried I was going to prison. I did, like, a bunch of credit card scams and stole, like, it was a bunch of grand larceny charges and shit. I also had, like, a Berg 3, which ended up getting dropped. But make a long story short, I was worried about going to prison when I was in jail. So I'm thinking to myself, like, well, I better fucking bulk up, because I don't want to get, butt fucked! So, and there were so many stories, too, like, I mean, the New York prison system, from what, you don't get into debt, gambling shit, don't get into drugs, that kind of shit doesn't really happen. But still, in the back of my mind, I'm like, fuck, like,
The reason why I skip ahead, I learned from other YouTubers, is because of copyright.
You don't have a gym membership?
You do make noise in the background that can also help with the
You need
copyright.
to focus on the body weight exercises first and lift your own body weight long before you ever pick up a dumbbell or a barbell. And so this guy really inspired me. Now, in jail, we had access to magazines. So there were bodybuilding magazines, and that's where I sort of learned about, Ronnie Coleman, AJ Cutler, Kai Green. I started learning, like, oh, wow, this is actually a thing. Like, it's something you can follow. It's, people compete. And you would meet dudes sometimes, too, who were competitors, because a lot of bodybuilders, they live in the jail life in the off season, and they get out, and some of them are fucking shredded, and they compete. Bodybuilding and fucking, the criminal lifestyle, it's not that far removed from each other. But I was really inspired. That experience in jail was, in the end, it was really good for me. It inspired me, and I started working out like crazy. I worked out every day. I took a few days off here and there, and we didn't have access to the best nutrition. But like when I was in jail, my family and stuff would give me money for the commissary, so I would have like ramen noodle soups, and you could actually trade the ramen noodle soups to like the HIV patients, and the HIV patients got the like the little milkshakes, the Ensures, I think is what they're called. They're like protein shakes, and all the Muslims, right? They would get these Ramadan bags, these extra Ramadan bags for their fucking religion, and there was like all kinds of good stuff in there: eggs, cereal, milk, what else? A lot of like really nutritious food that you didn't normally get. So if you had commissary, stock up on ramen noodle soups, it was like cash. You could buy all this shit from the Muzzies, from the Jewish, the people that got the kosher trays, the AIDS patients and shit that got the milk. So, I just started reading, and
I thought people, in prison usually get paid in using cigarettes. Mainly food. I may be wrong. Some got pay people with cigarettes.
jail and stuff, when I did that year about nutrition and bodybuilding and supplements, and I was so excited to get out because I was like, this is going to be a part of my lifestyle now. I was like, I'm really going to fucking do this. And that's what I did. Now, I ended up going back to jail after that, okay? I did end up going back to jail at some point in time, but I relapsed on heroin, and I did more credit card scams, so I don't know, I ended up on felony probation, I think, and I violated it, went back for a few months. But, when I got out, and I did like a long-term halfway house program and shit like that. So when I got out, I was just all about the gym. That was one of the first things I did, was like I signed up for school, went to outpatient, and then just started going to the downtown YMCA in Syracuse. And I was living at a halfway house, and I was like one of the only dudes in that halfway house that was really into fitness, and it became a part of my life, like I just loved it. It kept me away from drugs, it kept me like away from, doing fucked up shit, and I had no idea, like genetically, what my potential could be, and I don't even think I've really reached my peak. Like I think I could still get bigger without Anavar or test gels or anything like that, but I was just, I don't know what happened, but something changed in me, like especially in that year and focusing on fitness when I was behind bars, like it really changed me.
Sorry, I went a little long. Skipping ahead.
You still keep something, and it changes your genetics, right? It changes your
Then I have to go download all my streams that I haven't learned.
feel like
I believe.
legs. And so, you know, I wasn't abusing steroids, so I don't think what I did was that unhealthy, and I feel fine. There were a couple of times where I remember I couldn't take pre-workout on the Anamor because it was just, my heart felt like it was going to explode. And I love a good pre-workout sometimes. I haven't been taking pre-workout, I've just been drinking coffee for my workouts, but I feel like a lot of that shit stuck with me. But I've been into fitness now.
To recover from a damn
I've
heart.
been lifting weights and like bodybuilding for like 5 years, you know. And I've also, in my research, what I've learned is like the 30s and early 40s for a man is the best time to be bodybuilding. You know, your muscles are more denser, they're more grainy, especially if you've been working out in your 20s. You know, I started when I was like 25, 26. Just your whole like conditioning gets better in your 30s and in your early 40s. Some people even make that last into their 50s. You know, there's bodybuilders on stage at the Olympia that are like 48, 49, 50, 52. So like I plan to be looking good into my fucking 60s and 70s. You know, if I keep it up, and I don't give up, and I don't quit, I plan to be looking great when I'm like 75 years old. You know, which is not something a lot of people are going to achieve. And of course, you know, you stand out too. Like, you stand out. People do notice. You know, that it's when you have a physique and when you are aesthetic, and you're ripped. You know, it says something about that person because it tells people that, hey, this guy works hard. This guy can commit. This guy, you know, has a, you know, the fortitude, the determination. It just says so much about you. Which is another reason it's important to me, because it's like, it's my advertisement to the world that, hey, I'm fucking here, I'm fucking worth you investing your time into me, you know, whether you're watching my content or whatever. It kind of highlights all those good attributes of my personality, you know. And believe me, I got bad attributes too of my personality. And it can become obsessive, it can become kind of, you know, an addiction in and of itself, but, certainly beats, you know, heroin or doing drugs, you know. And so that's, you know, that's the story of my aesthetics. I'm 32 years old now. I'm almost 32, and I'm working out like 2 hours a day. I went to the gym today from 10:30 to 12:30. Did lats and traps. It was a great workout. It was fucking epic. Just listening to music, YouTube videos and shit. As far as my nutrition goes, it's very, very basic because I don't like to cook. I don't have a lot of time to cook. I'm making videos all the time. I'm posting on Instagram. I'm at the gym. You know, I'm doing cardio. I don't have a lot of time to cook, so it's very, very basic. I'm doing a lot of smoothies, a lot of egg white shit that I can like get down fast. You know, that has a lot of protein. I'm eating a lot of turkey and chicken, like stuff that's already pre-made. Sometimes it's sliced turkey. You know, you can find good sliced turkey that's like lean. Doesn't have a lot of preservatives in it. Doing a lot of eggs, like I said. I do like steak, but I mean, steak is fucking expensive. Like, I can't afford to eat that all the time. I mean, I guess I could, but, you know, I'd be fucking really broke. But I'll eat steak or beef when I get a chance. But it's real basic, you know, and like I said, I was doing this as a vegan for like 3 years, so imagine what I could have done had I not basically, you know, excluded an entire food group, meat and dairy, out of my diet for 3 years of my life. I've been to a lot of different gyms, you know, for me, like, and, you know, it's a little run down and stuff, but it's got everything. It's got Olympic weights, it's got, you know, squat racks, bench press, it just has everything you need. It's got up to, I think, 75-pound dumbbells. Gold's Gym or something like that. I have been to Gold's Gym. I used to go to Gold's Gym in Syracuse. But what I want to say is, before, like, if you're watching this video for inspiration, or, you know, if you're inspired by anything that I post on Instagram or whatever, you know, before you even think about the gym, you need to, my suggestion is, this is what I did, and I was forced to because I was locked up. Do the calisthenics, do the body weight exercises, right? If you can't lift your own body weight, if you can't do push-ups, if you can't do sets of like 10, 20 push-ups and do 100 of them at a time, there's no reason to start going in bench pressing. You know, if you can't do 100 body weight squats in under 10 minutes, there is no reason for you to go to the gym and start doing squats. I'm telling you guys, you're going to save yourself a lot of time and money because,
And grief.
first of all, you got to learn how to fit this into your lifestyle. You got to learn how to commit to at least a half an hour to an hour every day of, you know, a home workout routine before you think about spending $50 or $100 for a gym membership every month, or you might not even make it. You know, so it's that consistency too. You really want to, you know, just starting out, you want to grab like a half an hour during your day and start to get into this. Even start with 15 minutes. Like if you have absolutely no fitness experience, start with 15 minutes and do it every day or every other day for a couple of weeks and then build up from there. You know, like when I started working out again when I was locked up, you know, I'd get tired after about 20 minutes. I was like, you know, but I just kept doing it, and my workouts got longer, they got more brutal. So, for what it's worth, that's the story of my aesthetics. I do want to incorporate more fitness content on my channel, even though this isn't a fitness channel. I'm trying to diversify. We're trying to, you know, do a lot of different things here. So, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Feel free to share your fitness journey or your fitness story with me as well. And I appreciate you guys watching the video. Give it a like, subscribe to the channel. This is CMC Broadcasting. I'll see you next time.
The hell? Anywho, back to YouTube. What the heck? I'm recording this shit on YouTube. Are you seeing finding the thread again? You shit, you get your butt kicked. Follow parents' orders or they'll kick your butt. Kids nowadays just don't understand the parent-kid dynamic. You follow orders or I'll kick your butt. Basically.
Okay, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We'll be back for a little car vlog. Sorry if it's a guys can't watch it, or you girls, I should say. Not that you can't watch it. You can if you do. You can if you want to. But this is not intended for my female viewers. I just want to put that out there. If you get triggered by some of my commentary towards my male peers, my male counterparts, it's viewer discretion. Okay. I'm actually on the way to the store right now. Little fitness update real quick. So I've been hitting the gym every day for weeks now. I feel really good about it. You know, the fitness lifestyle, like if you're feeling like you don't really know where to start, like you're trying to get your life together or whatever, the fitness lifestyle just gives me, I'll keep it on the eye, just such a sense of purpose. I can't even describe it to you. And now I'm really starting to see, you know, pretty fantastic results. So I'm really happy about that. A lot of people want me to do fitness videos and get into, you know, filming myself at the gym and stuff. I've got a few clips here and there that I'm working on, but I'm just being honest. I don't think I'm going to start a fitness channel or regular fitness content just because, you know, there's so much of that out there already. But, you know, I can hit it from time to time on video and talk about it and stuff. So, you know, I'm going to hit the gym later today. It's literally been like 3 or 4 weeks. I missed a day, and I'm getting great results. But some days I'm just doing abs, you know, and maybe getting a little pump up in the arms. So it's not like always a hardcore workout. But what I want to talk about today is very, very important, okay? And, you know, the reason I'm doing this is because I know there's a lot of guys out there who are still falling for the shit. They're still falling for the games. They're still opening their heart to girls that they like or girls that they're interested in.
What do you mean?
It doesn't have to be that way, right? I know a lot of dudes can relate to this, even though they don't want to admit it. But a lot of dudes have been burned. A lot of dudes have been, you know, just completely heartbroken. And, you know, my message to you is
To them.
guard your heart with your life, okay? Do not give away your heart, and I'm going to tell you why. This
You
is
turn
from
to
my
another
own
Shawn
personal
Mendes
experience,
if you
okay,
do.
I've experienced this several times throughout my life, but the truth
It's a long
is
time
that
ago.
us men, we naturally want to care for somebody, right? We naturally, like, we're providers, we're go-getters, we're you know, very creative, but the problem is that doesn't mean we discriminate, right? And I don't care what woman it is, I don't care what they're telling you, they will never feel the same way you do. They will never have that deep, you know, feeling of like really caring about you the way that you may care about her. Okay? And this goes for probably, you know, I don't care if you're married, I don't care if it's your girlfriend or just somebody you're into. This is, you know, a message for all of the gentlemen out there. The other part about this, though, is that once we open up and start, you know, really investing in somebody, investing our time, investing our emotions, once we do that and then, you know, we sort of let on to that person that we're feeling that way, it ruins everything, right? It's really weird how that works, but that is the way it is. You know, once you, could be a cute nickname you gave her, or, you know, maybe you're texting her in the mornings before she texts you, or texting her. Women sounds really weird, and a lot of women are gonna probably, oh no, I like it when men pursue me. You know, my boyfriend pursued me for 6 months before I sang it, and all this garbage, these lies, but they can't help it. Like, that's why I don't get mad about it, because these women out here, they just can't help it, you know? And they do
The
lie.
Rolling Stone.
Women lie to me, right? Women lie to me all the time. They'll tell you, you know, they'll tell you whatever they think you want to hear just to get your attention, which kind of goes into, you know, their search for validation, right? Because the reason they're interested in you is because you provide them an experience. It's that experience that they get when they think about it. It has nothing to do with you. And as soon as you fall, you know, the way he dresses, whatever, and showed very, very high interest at first. And all it takes is like a couple of, you know, mistakes, or just not even mistakes, but like letting on to feeling. I'm telling you, especially if you're really interested in this, in somebody, if you really like somebody or care about somebody or care about where a potential relationship is going, don't do it. I'm telling you, I know from personal experience. You know, and I'm not ashamed to, you know, come on YouTube and talk about my experience to try to help other people. They'll tell you anything. You know, they'll say, I care about you. They'll say, I want to know what you're thinking. You know, they'll ask you a million times, do you like me? Do you like me? How do you feel about me? You know, do not give them your heart. Guard your heart with your life. Guard it as if it was like $1 million and you don't want to share that shit with anybody. Because it may not make sense, like, logically, you know, because girls are always saying, I like it when, you know, my boyfriend tells me, you know, how much they care about me. I like being, you know, pursued, or I like it when people, you know, when guys are nice to me and stuff. But, and I'm not saying you can't be nice, but actually, just focus on myself. I focus on my life, and I focus on my, you know, what I'm driven to do. And I've never really had a problem getting girls into my life. You know, they come through my streams, they come through my Instagram account. I mean, the Instagram stuff too, like that, it's a great way just to set up like a basic dating profile. You know, that's right. Just to sort of have.
Sorry, guys. I have to be skipping ahead a little teeny bit.
I can't wait to see you again too. Do not say that shit, because it shows for some, even though it's not weakness, even though you just care about them and you want them to know that, it's fucked up how it is. They do not want to know that, right? They would rather it be a mystery. That's what turns them on. That's what like gets them excited about you, you know? And that's what's really, really hard, especially for guys to get close to people, for guys to get close to women, because you know, I think deep down inside we know this, and we know like, oh yeah, we probably shouldn't be showing our vulnerability. We probably shouldn't do anything that can be taken as weakness. We probably shouldn't do anything that can be taken like as neediness or like, you know. But as soon, it's just fucked up how that is. As soon as you reciprocate it and show them or tell them, you know, how much you want the relationship or how much you want to pursue whatever the thing is, the fling. As soon as you do all that, it's like you may as well just kiss her goodbye right there and be like, adios, out of my life. I'm gonna go into the store real quick and I'll start this back. Okay, got my little groceries here. So where was I? Yeah, man, women are evil. They can be really, really evil, right? And I know that sounds kind of harsh. I'm not trying to feed you guys black pills here, but because I get DMs all the time, dudes that are like, oh, my girlfriend broke up with me. I get DMs from women too that are, you know, they got their issues or whatever. But you know, this is important to understand because you're gonna save yourself so much heartache. Like, yeah, the whole process of meeting somebody won't be quite as good as it used to be. You know what I mean? You're not gonna like feel those like sparks as much because you know. If you realize what I'm trying to tell you guys, if you really accept this, and accept the way that women are wired, it's going to save you so much pain. It's going to save you so much emotional energy. Because again, it goes back to, it doesn't matter what they're telling you. It's the exact opposite of how they're to be, you know, treated. Not that you want to treat them bad. We're not, you know, promoting abuse over here. But it's the exact opposite of how you want to treat them, how you feel about them, all of this.
He's basically, not to be offensive, like he said, not to promote abusive, but to be more aware regarding a relationship. That's what he's basically trying to tell you.
It's better to keep that shit to yourself because she gonna lose interest almost immediately. You know, you might get away with it once because you're like, I like you back. You know, you might get away with it a couple of times. And you're like, oh, you know, you're really pretty. You know, I really like this. This is such a big deal for me. But even though it may seem like she's different, this one's different. She wants it. You know, she wants it. She wants me to be open, right? She wants me to be. She wants communication. That's not what they want. That's not what they want at all. It's giving off the vibe that you're almost like too busy to really talk to her. That's the only way to keep her around. I'm telling you because I've experienced this. For instance, I went through a breakup. We actually broke up a couple of times. I'll just put that down for now. I went through a breakup a couple of times, maybe like a couple of years ago. And when we got back together, right, I had kicked this girl out of my house, out of my apartment. I had fucking talked shit about her online, which I shouldn't have done, but, she was starting shit with me online, and she stole half of my shit. She stole my sunglasses, she stole some cameras and shit. She threw it off the 405.
What's of it?
Way back to Orange County. I went and hooked up with another girl, right, within like a couple of weeks of us breaking up. She came back to me after that. When, about a year later, when we broke up again, right, I wasn't doing so hot. I had relapsed on drugs. I was kind of in early recovery. I didn't have a lot of money at the time. And I was fucked up. I was in a fucked up place in life. And that time, I kind of kicked her out of my house, but she sort of like left for good. But it was the strength for me to kick her out the first time around, to kick her out, to break up with her, to go and hook up with other girls. It made her want me more, right? And I got I was able to milk another year out of that relationship. Now, granted, that was probably a bad decision as well. I should have left a long time ago, way before that second year. But the point is that, if you can't be cold, if you can't be distant, if you can't, keep your emotions in check, she's gonna leave your ass, bro. She's gonna leave you. She's gonna lose interest. She's gonna not talk to you. She's gonna stop texting you. And the quicker you understand this, because if I knew this 5 years ago, I would have saved myself so much trouble. Would have saved myself so much money. That's the other thing too. You think girls want you to, spend money on them. You think they want fancy dates on, but no. They will respect you more. They will have more confidence in you as a person if you're not trying to shower them with gifts and money. I know it seems counterintuitive. It seems like it would make more sense to be extra sweet to this girl, but it's just not the way it is. And the way you talk to them is so important, right? Keeping it simple. The other thing is too, is a lot of these girls, they'll just fuck, and I'm talking about American girls. I don't know if it's the same way in Europe or in other parts of the world, where maybe it's a little more traditional, but American, like, we're fucked up over here. Men are fucked up, but women are really fucked up over here. They will do this shit to you just for the validation. They will say this shit to you. They'll tell you they like you. They'll tell you that they want to be with you and shit. They will say all this stuff just to hook you in, to get you to say it back to them, and bam, they got the validation. Then they don't need you, right? Because it was, what they wanted was that chase. It's like a game for them. People are gonna disagree with me on this, but women are fucking evil like that. In America, you better fucking believe it. If you're an American guy and let's say you're looking for something serious, you better understand the rules of engagement. You better understand what you're fucking dealing with. These are wild, untamed creatures, and now they've been, exposed to this sort of leftist, feminist ideology. We're talking about girls, our age, right? I mean, if you're watching this and you're 25, 30, 35, 40, women our age are acting like, entitled 18-year-olds with fucking low body fat or some shit, I mean, 30-year-old women that, are, what I mean? Their window of opportunity is closing more and more every day. But they don't give a fuck, right? They have that sense of entitlement, I mean, let me know if you disagree with me down below. I mean, it's okay if you do. But, fucking son. The point is, guys, alright, gentlemen, is that they're gonna break your heart. They are going to, they don't care. It's ruthless, you know? They're going to rip out your heart, and a lot of the times they're just looking for the validation, right? That's what you know, when I was talking about earlier how it's nice to have a social media platform, it's nice to have a nice profile on Instagram and stuff. It sounds good because you're like, hey, you know, it's going to help me attract the women that, you know, instead of having to always do these cold approaches and go out to fucking social functions. It is validation, but the thing is that a lot of these women, they're just in it for the fucking game, going to their head, and they want to, you know, just see that validation. Never be the source of validation for a woman. Never tell a woman you're sorry. Once you do that, it's over with. Once you say you're sorry, it's weakness, right? And you gotta stand up to them too. Like, a lot of men, alright? A lot of men in America are just too afraid to stand up to a woman and be like, yo, you're jerking me around. I'm done with this shit. You know, if you want to get serious, you let me know. You call me, alright? And for now, I'm gonna fucking go do my thing, right? They have to be put in their place. And if they're not going to the book, they'll I mean, some of them will even, you know, they'll do some fucked up shit, dude. They'll steal from you. They will, I don't care how good of a family she comes from, like, they're all like this. In America. I'm talking specifically about American women and just the fucking, you know, the dating field out there. A lot of them, you know, obviously they're miserable because they realize, oh, I'm 30, 35, like, you know, they realize they need to saddle it up, but, you know, don't be that source of validation, and don't be that guy that's giving her that non-sexual attention. Because if she can get the non-sexual attention from you, and, you know, you're gonna keep providing that shit, she'll just fucking keep stringing you along. She'll throw breadcrumbs out there for you. She'll fucking zombie your ass, right? Where, like, you know, you don't hear from her for like fucking 3 weeks, and then, oh, you see her, or she pops up, or shows up at your house, or whatever the case may be, texts you out of the blue. The best way to be with these American girls, and I know this from personal experience, the best way to be is to, you know, to be kind of distant, to be cold, and they're gonna tell you, you know, oh, you're so cold, you know, I really want you to open up. I'm telling you, don't do it. Don't do it. It's a bad idea. Okay? I don't care how sweet. And I'm talking, like, me, like, I've got a decent amount of income nowadays, you know, I'm pretty, like, settled. I had a couple of rough years there, especially the last few months in LA, but, like, I'm getting my shit together. I do not need to fuck that shit up with anybody. But I do want to, like, you know, eventually, you know, what I would want, right, is to be in a relationship. I'm not trying to, you know, fuck 50 women a year, you know what I'm saying? That's just not me. Not to mention I mean, these hoes are nasty, bro. You'd be lucky if you find one with a body count sub 5. You will be lucky as fuck. You better not fuck that shit up. You better not fucking talk to them. Don't sweet talk them. Don't fucking tell them how you feel. Don't tell them you're crazy, because I'm telling you guys, it's only going to, it's like a magnet. The more distant and cold you are, the stronger that magnet is. The more you start warming up to these girls, right? That sort of feeling, that magnetized feeling, it just wears off. I don't know why that is. I don't think it was always that way. I think it's really like this new internet age, the rise of social media, the way that these femoids are sort of engineered, you know, the leftism and the feminism, the anti-male propaganda, the anti-white stuff, like, it's there, you know, this is a brand new reality. But if I had known this 5 years ago, I would have saved a lot of money, would have saved a lot of pain and heartache, would have saved a lot of time, you know. And so it's so rare when you find somebody who's like, or if somebody finds you who's like, you feel like you would really connect with them, like you feel like you could hang out with them, you feel like you would, want to talk to them on the phone and stuff. But contrary to our belief, contrary to what we were told in the movies and through, music and, all this sappy shit, that's, treat her like she's the most beautiful girl in the world, you know what I'm saying? And she will lose interest quick. She will be out of your life before you know it. So, I mean, it could be used as a strategy that way if you're trying to get rid of one of them. But if you're trying to hang on to one, you best treat her like the mystical, magical, wild, untamed creature that she really is. And guard your heart. It's like, that's just the way to go, guys. Rely on God. Don't rely on these girls. Rely on your life, where you're going, your direction. That should be the focus. If there's some girls in the picture, that's great. It's gravy. It's a little bit extra, but there's just been so many times in my life where, I knew I shouldn't have fallen for it. I knew, at the end, it's just a game. We all get played. But it's like, when you're caught up in the heat of the moment, and us guys, it's a natural feeling. We just want to give. We want to provide. We want to, share. We want to be there. We want to support. And all of that shit, what does it get us? It gets us the exact opposite effect, right? And guys are really good. There's some good guys out there, believe me. Guys following the channel. There's a lot of good guys out there in the world, right? But these sort of emotions and feelings and reactions and opening up, reciprocation, this is what's going to
I don't
cause
fucking start any
somebody
fucking relationship at
like
18
your
or
girlfriend
15.
or even
Just
your wife
stop that
is what's
shit
going to cause
right
her
now and just
to
be a
start
kid.
seeking elsewhere, right? Because she knows
You're way too young for that shit anyway.
For her. And it's not a reason to hate women, right? But they need that chase, they need that, that excitement, that mystery, that feeling.
I will not
I can't
recommend
quite
it.
tie him down, does he like me?
If every attention you have is good.
I've never said I love you to a girl first. I've never even said I like you to a girl first. I just never would do that. That just seems like a basic rule, it would just seem weird. But I have said I love you back to a few different girls in my life, They were longer relationships, a year or more. I said it back. I shouldn't have, I certainly don't love them now. Do they love me? Hell no. Did they ever love me?
Hell to the
Fuck
no.
no.
Hell to the no.
Don't say that shit.
Hell to the
you
no.
like it. They'll know that you like them, and they'll know that you have feelings for them by the physical interaction. And that's what we need to focus on, right? As men, we ain't got time to be texting girls. We ain't got time to be talking on the phone to girls. All this shit. The only reason you should be using the phone or the text is to set up the in-person meetings and just try to set up a situation where you can have fun, you can hang out, you can hook up, because that's what it's about, right?
As a
That's
friend.
what we're trying to get. And it can be hard for good guys it can be hard for good guys that you might even be seeing a girl and you're not really feeling it. And it's if you're not feeling it, it's hard to be into it. You know what I'm saying? She could be a cute girl, she can, be nice or whatever, but sometimes they're just not your type, sometimes they're just not. And don't tell them that either. Never say that shit. I make that mistake all the time, but I'm getting better at it. At the end of the day, it will be their loss, not yours. That's how you have to sort of think about it. Because, for us guys, we don't hit a wall. Our income and our peak just performance in life usually comes in the 30s and 40s. So that's why it's not to be despaired. This isn't a black pill. This is just the reality of what we're dealing with in America. These women are this new hybrid version of whatever the fuck we were dating 10, 20 years ago. And, it's fucked up. The way the whole thing is, it is fucked up because we have to suppress. It's hard for men to suppress their natural feeling. Oh my God, please stop. It's hard for us men to suppress our natural feelings, but that's what's got to be done. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. You know, not to be despaired, this isn't a black pill. This is just the reality of what we're dealing with in America. You know, these women are like this new hybrid version of whatever the fuck we were dating 10, 20 years ago. And, you know, it's fucked up. The way the whole thing is, it is fucked up. We have to suppress. It's hard for men to suppress.
Like 2001 or so up to now. 1994, 1992 or so. They met. Not 1992 or so. Well, just to be more aware. Do the exact same. And make one for and you wonder why? Millions of is to cover up the mind.
Their natural feeling. Oh my God. Below, I'll see you guys on the next video.
In the entertainment industry. I wonder he's talking about that in the entertainment industry. Newer, not 1994, 2004 or so. This is a different breed than what I used to grow up as. It's a generational gap or something. It's a generational. It's disgusting. All these it's disgusting. All these assaults that go on. It's very disgusting. You got to be more aware. Same with women too. They got to be more aware of the people that hang around their surroundings. Not what just what this dude applied on the video, but also for women too. It's a generational. I believe it's a generational thing. It's could be 2000, 2001 or so. Your generation is a lot different than what mine and what the current is now. It's a generational thing. In the music and the entertainment industry, there's some delusional motherfuckers on the internet. There are some delusional motherfuckers on the internet. Here a minute. There's numerology in the Bible. 40 days, 40 nights. Been there for 3 days, 3 nights. Jonah's been in the whale for 3 days, 3 nights. It's been in the desert. There's a lot of numerology in the Bible. Read all the verses and all the verses on the scriptures and the Bible. There's numerology in the Bible. Oh, the numbers are up in the do not take this advice. Sorry, it's taking a lot longer than it should. See. Oh man, we have one viewer. Tired of this damn poor connection anyway.
Funimation app in both subs and dubs. You can stream and download anywhere, completely. Escape to the world of anime with the Funimation app in both subs and dubs.
Oh, Onision.
You can stream and download anywhere.
New cereal coming out soon. Onision's Fill Your Bowl with a bunch of underage people. Welcome back to Onision's weekly escapades, I guess. It's basically a series on every. Onision is new, but Chris Hansen recently went to Onision's house, and then Onision proceeded to call the cops and throw a hissy fit, saying that Onision, being the little crybaby that he is, he calls the cops, and then the cops go to his house and literally just tell Chris Hansen, yeah, we dealt with him before, we kind of know what he is and what he does. And now, apparently, Onision is going to be suing not only Chris Hansen, but Repsion, who has made multiple videos on Onision, and Onision has, went after him multiple times. And it's not only that, just recently, the worst of the worst that Onision has done just happened. So, long story short, Onision's daughter fell out of a 2-story window, cracking her head open. I'm actually looking at Jay Aubrey's tweets right now, because Jay Aubrey is the one that I actually saw his tweets and saw this stuff. So I'm just going to look at it. If that's cool with you, Jay Aubrey, I'm just going to look at your tweets, because this is where all the stuff is at. So, apparently, Greg filmed the aftermath of Onision's Greg's daughter falling out of the window, but I've looked up other stuff too, not just this, but apparently he has cameras all over his house, and he only filmed the aftermath of his daughter falling out of the window. He apparently just didn't catch how his daughter fell out of the window, or what happened with his daughter falling out of the window, which begs everyone to believe that it most likely was probably him. And not only that, but while he was at the hospital, right, the hospital with his daughter getting treated, he continually posts his wonderful tweets. I want to ride you unprotected. I want to see your eyes quiver as you realize I just made you a mommy. I want to ride you unprotected again, blah, blah, blah. Just really awful stuff. And not only that, but this one right here, this wonderful tweet, stand in front of the window over there. The world should see how pathetic and helpless you are. I'm going to humiliate you. And right before you lose consciousness, I'm going to destroy you. So, I think he needs to get his ass in jail already. Holy shit, it has been so goddamn long. So many things have happened. How the hell is he still walking out free? I do not understand. I don't get it, dude. What more do we need for him to not even get in jail, but something. Holy shit. This has gone on way too far. Now his daughter is suffering from this shit. What more do we need for him to not even get in jail, but something. Holy shit. This has gone on way too far. Now his daughter is suffering from this shit. What do we need for him to not even jail, something. Holy shit. This has gone on way too far. Now his daughter is suffering from this shit. For him to not even jail, holy shit. This has gone on way too far. Now his daughter is suffering from this shit. Hey guys, welcome back to me ranting about rain. Widely talked about. Hey guys, everyone doesn't like it. Everyone. Genuinely confused why everyone hated the song. Not because it's a good song, because obviously it's not, but because it's exactly what I expect of Justin Bieber. That ago. His music has not evolved 5, 6, maybe even 7 years ago.
feel like that's why everyone's mad at him. Everyone doesn't like his new song because
years ago.
he was talking about how he's matured as a person and he's getting better. And now